Okay. I'm trying to do this in one take, if that's even possible. So we just gonna get straight into it. What's up? Welcome to the channel. This is gonna be some of the new stuff that we're talking about on this channel. If you watched the last video, I was talking about the direction of the channel. And the direction, is this thing lagging right now? I think it's lagging a little bit. I don't know why it's lagging, but I have like a little lag going on. And if you're wondering why I sound so clear and why I sound like, so much more high quality, it's because I have a mic. If you can kind of see, it's right here. I bought a mic. But basically, before I just lost my complete train of thought, um, we're going to be talking about financial education on this channel. We're going to be talking about all things money, how to make money, how to save money, how to make your money make you money. All right. Stocks, crypto, real estate, so much. All right. We're also going to be talking about other things too. I mean, I have this microphone, so I might as well just be talking, right? Um, don't get too, if you're disappointed about the content, don't get disappointed because there's going to be still amazing stuff. If you're not interested in money, there's still going to be other interesting things that we're going to be talking about and showcasing. We're still doing vlogs, we're still doing gaming, we're still doing all these types of things. But I'm going to fall in, essentially, I'm going to fall into this type of niche where we're talking about money, all right? We're talking about finance, we're talking about financial education, all right? So, this first video, I'm showing you guys my Robinhood account. Now, don't flame me too much. I mean, some people may think it's a lot. Some people may say, "What is that? You barely got any money in there." Listen, I have a whole lot more money that I'm not putting in there. Okay, I actually, and I'll give you the little rundown. Basically, I've been saving a lot of money, and I've been putting it in I have a high yielding savings account. If you don't know what that is, high yielding savings account. All that is it's a savings account where they give you a higher um, percent back. So regularly, when you have a savings account, you get like 0.001 or something really tiny, and like every month you're gonna get you know quarters, like a quarter of a penny, like barely anything. And so these high yielding savings account, here we go, some financial education for you guys. These high yielding savings account, before the whole pandemic hit, I believe I was getting like 2%, you know, which is not horrible. That's something. That's pretty good, actually. Much better than what you can get if you're going to like a regular bank, get your 0.001, So if you just want to have a place to put your money and you're not trying to really do anything with it too crazy, but you want to get some type of return on your money, um, look up high yielding savings accounts. So basically, I have all my money in there, and I just recently started. I'm making a purchase. Okay, I'll say that. I'm not trying to talk too much about the the little deals that I'm doing right now. I'm doing some really big things, but basically, I'm making a purchase. So I have the overwhelming majority of my money in my high yielding savings account. And I recently started investing again. Okay, so I regularly invest. I regularly do, but since I've been saving for a while, I actually stopped and I just put all my money in my high yielding savings account. And now I finally have enough saved up, so I'm like, all right, let me get started investing again. And I've always been pretty big on investing. Always. At least for the last like 3 years or so. And things that always, interested me was stocks. I always thought it was interesting how you can, put some money and buy something and, make a profit all just by, just knowing what to invest in and making a smart decision. Like that's like super. It's amazing. You can make a lot of money, you know. And then I was introduced into cryptocurrencies, and so woof. If anybody has any idea about cryptocurrencies, you can make an exponential amount more than you could with stocks. You can make a lot of money with cryptocurrencies. It's like really crazy. But we're gonna be talking about some of the cryptocurrencies that I'm investing with right now. We're gonna be talking about some of the stock trades that I made this week, and we're gonna be talking about some of the stocks that I'm looking at and my possible plans for next week based on where the market's heading. All right. For those of you who are watching and you're saying, I'm gonna copy everything you're doing. Please don't. Okay, I'm not your financial advisor. All right, I'm just a person. All right, I like to invest. I like to make some money. All right, that's it. So the point is make your own decision. Okay, you can watch, you can see. I'm gonna showcase everything that I know, but don't like I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, that's all. Okay, that's one of those little disclaimers that you got to put in there so that people can understand and don't get you into trouble and all that. All right, so let's get started. I really hope I'm over here stuttering. I really hope that I sound good. I got a microphone now, so I should sound good. You but basically, this is my overall account. And you can see here, this is Robinhood, by the way. So if you're trying to find a place where, you want to trade, you want to trade cryptocurrency, you want to trade stocks, Robinhood is what I use. And the reason I use Robinhood is because it's free. That's number one. Um, and it's the biggest thing because I don't know. I mean, I haven't really been looking at other stock trading platforms, but from what I understand, the majority of them you have to actually pay per trade. So you make a trade, you buy something, you gotta pay like a premium essentially. When you make a sell, you sell whatever it is, you gotta pay another premium. And I always thought that was ridiculous. And once Robinhood came out and they said, yeah, it's gonna be free trades, I was like, wow, this is gonna be great. And so I've been using Robinhood ever since. I was literally like one of the first people to get on Robinhood. Um, but I use Robinhood. It's really easy, really simple. Set it up, quick, easy, and you can get started in like I think like a week or so. They're gonna like verify you and all that type of stuff. But it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy to get straight into. So we got here one stock that I'm in right now, and I'll just walk you through since I'm just. This is really like I'm getting paused up, but this is really like off the top of my head. Okay, like I have an idea of what I want to talk about, but the way that I have this set up is literally just gonna be free. Like this is just me talking about these things. I told you the topics, so we're gonna go in whatever way that we are, whatever way that I'm, whatever direction that I start to talk in. All right. So basically, I'm gonna just explain just really quickly about. I'm gonna explain really quickly about how I trade. All right, and there's a lot of different ways to trade stocks. Right? They have people that day trade. Right? When you day trade, you buy a stock, and let's say 9 o'clock, you buy it, and it goes up 1% or something like that, and you say, okay, 1% profits. You sell in the same day. That's a day trade. Right? You could also be a buy and hold type person where you buy the stock, you hold it for a month, you hold it for 2 months, you hold it for a year, you hold it for 20 years. Who knows? That's like a real buy and long term investor type person. And then you also have swing traders. Swing trades are, essentially where you're buying and you hold it for a little bit of time and then you sell. All right, so it's like a couple days or so. That's like a swing trader, and that's kind of where I'm falling into. Um, Day trading, you can't day trade unless you have at least on Robinhood, you can't day trade unlimitedly. You can do it like 4 times or something like that, but to day trade like unlimited, like access to it. Basically, you have to have $25,000 dollars in your account in order to actually day trade freely, essentially, right? And I don't have that in this account, so I can't do that. But I actually don't. I mean, I don't. There's only like one time that I actually thought about actually day trading, and most of the time, the best way for me to do it is to swing trade. And when I'm talking about swing trading, it's like you see it, you see that what is going on. You hold it for like a day or two, or maybe 3 days, or if you get stuck, maybe you got to hold it a little bit longer. But once you see your profits, you get out, right? And so my strategy, this is my whole strategy, and I'm gonna just talk to you guys and let you guys know. And if you want to adopt my strategy, you can. You don't have to. But it's worked for me for the last couple weeks or so. And again, I told you guys I just got back into it. And so before I was actually into it, I was thinking and really brainstorming how can I really modify my. Ooh, we got some green. Let's go. I like green. How can I modify? Look at this. Why is it glitch? Oh, it's glitching because it's 12 o'clock. That's why. I'm like, why did it go blank? Because it's 12 o'clock. That's why. Um, so if I was to pop this up to the week, here we go. So now you can see some different. So basically, I was brainstorming and figuring out how can I perfect my trading strategy, right? Because up until what, like last year, March, I believe, that's when the stock market went crazy and it just dropped horribly. Um, I had lost like a lot of money, and I was like, all right, this is crazy, because like I need to save money and I'm losing a bunch. So I just took a break, and I really brainstormed and I really thought about it. I'm like, all right, what can I do? What's the best strategy? And I was like, how can I make sure that if something like this major drop, and I'll try to show you the drop that happened. Yeah, I gotta, let me see if I could show you the drop. I don't know why this thing is acting so slow, but it's not right. Open up. This thing's acting like it's a old time PC. I think it's because I'm recording. I think that's the reason why. Here we go. Boom. Look at that. See that? This is last year. It was around February. It happened February. I don't know that. So basically, it was here and it went bam. Everything dropped like massively, massively. And this is a Vanguard. I can show you the SPY. There we go. This is that's ETF. Can I just see the normal one? They don't have SP 500 here. Well, SPYX. I don't remember what the name of the S&P one is. It's the index. I think it's SPY, but this is the ETF. I want to find the actual one, but whatever. I guess we'll just do it this. Just essentially, you can see this is what happened. Um, Here, February 21. Oh, the max about to drop. We were doing real good, and then this big, massive drop happened. Blah. Everybody, it was terrible. It was like 20-30%, like a 20-30% just drop. And that was what happened around that time. That was COVID. So COVID came and just destroyed the market. But it was a really short drop. Like it hit the ground and then it started to bounce up super crazy. And you could see it went up really crazy after that. Right? So that's that. Um, so part of my strategy was figuring out if something like this happens again, how can I make it so that I don't take massive losses, right? And so my strategy is essentially to only buy, listen to this, all right? To only buy on red days, okay? I only buy on red days. So take that into account. Think about that for a second, right? So you have your green days where things are going up massively, massively. Like take a look right here. I got my millionaire portfolio right here. I got Match, Tesla, Google. I added Square in there, PayPal, ADP, Netflix, Amazon, Take Two, Nintendo, Apple, and I got another ETF, a dividend ETF. Right? This, what do we see here? We see a bunch of positives. We see 4.7. We see 2.2. We see 3.7. This is a great day, right? And so my old way of investing would be like, oh wow, stocks are doing good, so let me go buy some. Nah, I'm not doing that no more. What I do is I wait until the bad days. I wait till it's like dropping 3%. It's dropping 5%. You see a massive 7% drop off. I'm like, once I see that, I'm like, ooh, this is the best time to buy. Because here's the reason why, right? When everybody's selling, right, that's when you need to be buying. Because when something drops massively, what's going to happen? It's going to drop, but they have something called, a phrase for stock people called buy the dip, right? So you always want to try to get in when it's super duper low because once it hits that point where it's not going to go down anymore, what's going to happen? Everybody's going to buy, and it's going to bounce up. So that's easy money. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. This is easy money. As long as like people always want to talk about time in the market and buying at the best time and selling at the best time, take the trickiness out of it. Just wait till it drops, buy some, and then once it bounces up, sell for profits. Now, there's a lot of discipline that comes into that, where you have to understand when you need to sell, right? So for me, I have my profit margin being profit margin. I'm over saying all kind of stuff. Just basically, I have my percentage where if I get at least 2% profit, I sell. I don't even wait. I'm not trying to wait around and see if I get 6%. Oh, wait around because then you end up getting stuck. Because then it's gonna jump up. Like that's how it works. When it drops super bad, it's gonna bounce up a little bit, right? Because people always buy the dips. Like, and I've been doing this for like at least a month now. Really, really, just testing this strategy out. And every single time that I've done it, it worked. All right. So when you buy in this, and you're buying at a time where it drops, and you're hoping, oh my God, what is it gonna do? It's always gonna bounce up a little bit, and that's why I have it about 2%. So if I hit 2%, I take my profits, and then I figure out what else I want to do with it, right? And you have to come to you know your own way of figuring it out. How do you want to do it? You know, I think 2% is a good number. Now I've taken 3%. If maybe if I check it at a certain time of the day and it's continuing to go up, I've taken 3. I've taken 4. You know, but for me, once I see 2, or once I see anything over 2, I'm selling. I'm not staying in there. I'm not doing any of that because I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. When that thing bounces up, because you don't want to get stuck. It may bounce up and go really crazy, and then the next day it may go back down again, and now you're back at the same spot, right? When at that same time, if you would have just took your profits and then it drops down, guess what you can do? That profit you just made, buy some more, and you just keep riding the wave, and then you just keep making money. It's super duper easy, all right? I mean, it sounds simple, but really, what it is discipline. You have to really look at it and say, all right, I got my profits. I'm gonna take my money, all right? And you got to always make sure that you do it. And one thing that I'm happy about, because even though it's not a lot of money in here, I'm really practicing that strategy, and I'm really becoming more and more disciplined to it. So when I have 10 G's in here and I'm investing way more, I'm gonna really, you know, be able to stick to my strategy. And that's the biggest thing. I think that's like one of the biggest thing when it comes to investing in stocks and cryptocurrencies. You have to have a plan. You have to have a strategy, You have to, be able to stick to it. All right. Because if you're just out there, you're just buying, or you're, gambling. Like, even when I first started, it was essentially gambling. I was just looking at it, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe I could just make some money this way. I'll just buy this. Oh, everyone's talking about this. Let me go buy that. Terrible, terrible, terrible idea. Every time, and I'm probably gonna have to wrap this up pretty soon, 'cause I'm just talking for that long. Every time that, you know something's going crazy and it's red hot, as everyone's talking about it, I'm telling you right now, that is the worst time to buy. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that right now. Every time people are going crazy about something, it's the worst time to buy. It may go up. It may go up crazy. Unless we're talking about cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies is really it's a whole different world than stocks. But for stocks, if it's going crazy, 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 like a lot of people talking about AMC, I'm not buying no AMC right now because it's already went up. I'm not gonna jump in when the train is going up like that. Because guess what? Once everybody thinks that, oh, it's gonna keep going up and up and up, the big dogs, essentially, the big dogs, the people who got all the money, they're gonna dump, sell everything, and it's gonna tank to the ground. And that's how you get caught. You know. So, well, meanwhile, when it tanks to the ground, here I come. Oh, it tanks to the ground. Oh, 20% loss. Oh, wow, this is crazy. Let me go buy some. All right, and I go in there and make myself some money. All right. So that's that. But I have a share of Roku here. I actually got caught on this one because I meant to sell. It actually did bounce up, but I meant to sell it, and I wasn't. I didn't have a chance to actually focus on what was going on. So, see, I bought it at 337. I bought it at a red day actually, because it was actually at like 360, whatever, some really high, and it bounced down crazy. No, wait, where are we at? We're in May. It was it was up here. There we go. This is where it was at. It was at all the way up here. Then it dropped down crazy, and I bought some like midway in here for 337. And it started to go up pretty high, and then it just kind of went down a little bit. So I'm just waiting for this to go up. I got caught in a little bit, so I gotta wait a little bit. But it's gonna go over that pretty soon, I think, because just like what I explained to you, see, it goes down, and then it's gonna go back up a little bit. That's called buying a dip, right? And we could already see, it has the potential to go really, really high. All right, so I'm a little stuck with Roku. Maybe another week or so until I start making some profits. That's a little bit of a longer trade, but you can see. Look again. This is where it's been at for the last couple little while. So I think that's not. I mean, it looks like it's going down a little bit. It's kind of leveling out a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that it's gonna bounce up a little bit. And once I get my 2%, I'm gonna go get on out of here, and that's an easy trade. One trade that I did do this week, and it worked out pretty nicely. I had Take Two. Take Two. This is the company that Rockstar. So if you play Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar is under Take Two, and I like them a lot. And so, where did I buy them at? Where did I buy them at? Can I see my trades? Here we go. I had bought some at 179, two shares at 179, right here, basically. And I caught this one pretty well. So it was at 186, and then it dropped down crazy. That whatever day this is, the second, dropped down crazy. And I was like, boom, all right, easy money. It's red day. We dropped down what, it's like 5 or 6% basically. I was like, great, easy money. Bought two shares, stayed there, it bounced up a little bit. And I was like, that's not 2%, so I'm not gonna sell. And then boom, went crazy on the 5th, which is today, and I just sold for that right here. I sold when I sold. I sold on the 4th for 183. So I made a little bit of profit. Again, it's about understanding and really having discipline, right? And I've been doing this for a little while now, and I'm getting a lot better with it. Another one that I did was Square. I did this a little while ago, but this one actually got caught for like a week. I was upset. I'm like, oh my gosh. But I finally did get out, and so what I had to do this when I had to keep averaging down. That's what happened. Is this the one that I had to average down? Hold on. It should if I show more. Yeah, here we go. Yep. So I had bought in on May 10th at 222, and it kept going. Like it was already down like 7%. It was really crazy. Let me show you. And this is probably I'm gonna just wrap it up after here. Um, Going back, go back, and just so you can see the type of stuff that's going on here. Um, yeah, when did I said May. Forgive me if this is taking a long time. Um, May 10th, May 10th to May 24th. So that was a whole 14, 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks essentially. Um, you know, it was a whole 14 days I was stuck in that trade. But oh wait, did I take it out? Oops. Here we go back. Go back to Square so I can show the people my Square trade. I can explain my averaging down strategy. And so here we go. So boom, May 10th. So here we go. It was doing nice. It was doing real nice. Look how high it was. 240, 255. I'm like, wow, this thing is doing great. Look at that. And I had bought in at 222. So I saw it here and went down. I'm like, oh my God, this is a really bad drop. And so I bought in like around here, I think, or what did I say, 220. So somewhere in here I bought. And then it kept going down the next couple of days. I was like, no, this is terrible. Right? No. I mean, I looked at it, and the old me started to feel upset. But the new me said, it's okay. It's okay. All right. If you mess up a little bit and you buy in, let's say you buy, but it's not the bottom and it continues to go down, all you got to do, and listen to this very carefully, all you got to do is average down. Take a look at what I did. I bought in May 10th, 222. It kept going down. Look how far down it went. 205. It went down massively. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. What a great time to buy some more. I bought some more. I bought half of a share. And then I bought another half of a share just to make it a full share, essentially. So I'm at 205. And then guess what? Guess what happened? It went down more. I'm like, what is going on? This is a great time to buy some more. So guess what I did? I bought another share at 196. And guess what happened a couple days after that? It went down again. I was like, wow, this is something else. Guess I'm going to go buy some more. And so what did I do? After doing that, I averaged down so crazy so that what ended up happening, my average, I wish they can show you that type of stuff. But it doesn't show you the trade. Can I go back to, how do I go back to Square? Go back to Square. This is going to take me all the way back to the main screen. Okay. Um, but basically my average at that point was like, because I had bought it like at 190 like a bunch of times. My average was like 203 or something like that, right? And then when we finally got the bounce, it bounced all the way up to like, no, this is, when did I got out at like 216 or something like that. This shows you right here, 211. I got it at 211. So I made a nice little profit. And you saw when I first bought it at 222. So if I would have just, did the old strategy of buy and hold, I still would have been red. I would have to wait until here, and I would have just made broke even. But because I averaged down, right? I just kept averaging down, lowering my average all the way to I got it to about 203 or something like that. Then when it finally went up a little bit, It doesn't have to, go back to what you initially bought it at, because your average is low. So once it went over 203, then I started to make profits. And so that's what it is to average down. That's a really, really good strategy. Um, but you have to be disciplined. You can't like lose your mind when you see a red day and you see another red day and you see another red day. That is a buying opportunity. Okay, that is just another time to buy more. All right. I'm gonna wrap this up and probably make another video talking about cryptocurrency right after this. All right. So we're gonna have two uploads, a double upload. All right. If you enjoy this type of stuff, um, make sure you drop a comment, drop a like. If you have suggestions or things that you want me to talk about, or stocks or cryptocurrencies that you think are interesting, and you want to hear me talk about it and maybe my opinion and what I think is gonna happen, um, just write it down. Let me know. I look at my comments all the time, and I will definitely take a suggestion. I'm definitely open for suggestions. Okay, so thanks for watching, everyone. Stay tuned. Double upload coming up right now.